has throughout his career.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even here, like we touched on it, right? They've got names on both sides that we all kind of know. I think they all know what they're doing. Is we have a question mark. Wanna fight airport. I always like some alt chat and some early smiles on people, you know. Not just get yourself in the mood, but maybe your opponents too. Just have a good time. Get that good Dota enhanced. I like it.
Set the tone, and of course OG is notorious for that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Of really abusing those emotes and taunts and whatnot. And you know, it's always fun to see teams, especially these more regional based events that, again, very familiar with one another. They play against each other all the time outside of tournament matches, especially. So both against and with each other. But yeah, obviously just kind of a stare down here in the mid lane so far to start. So no cheeky plays from the beginning. Just going to play pretty passive, played safe on their side of the rivers, although Night Stalker's poking in slightly, but
yeah. Just try to abuse the night vision, right? Level 1, maybe you can kind of see, okay, which type of rune do we want to contest? How do they feel level 1? I think Enigma isn't the worst level 1 hero anymore. Level 1 stun is good. If you take Eidolons, of course, you can also cast them wherever you are, as you cannot deny anything anymore. Looks like it will be just a 2-for-2 trade.
And it will be a little bit of pressure on a Phoenix there, as Bosku was going for that one, but he is...
Same with Varish.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, Varish just getting low. Wasn't even paying attention to that.
That's just like blood grenades and right clicks and firestorm. Just got a little bit of a beating, but he's going to walk it off.
Yeah,
and eat the branch.
Regen has the branch. You know, as you mentioned, he's got 4 Tango still, so yeah, he'll be fine, but that's going to definitely give an advantage to Tim's as well, and the Rubik support and being able to extra bully him if he makes an appearance, but
yeah,
has to be careful.
I like the item build we have on DB on the Night Stalker. He has like full stats. They also showed it was like what, double, circlet, gauntlet, triple branch. Because really all you need to do in this lane is you need to try and get as much as CS as possible. Eventually it's hard to pressure the Naga because we touched on it before. You don't deal well with illusions. If you can find the real one and clap him to lower HP, it will make his illusions worse. But either way, try to out CS him in like these early levels.
That's what Night Stalker, you know, playing pretty aggressive there as far as the lane stage goes, trying to get those last hits in. Although daytime, obviously not as easy of a task for him. So what would you say, like, what is Night Stalker looking for by the time we're at 5 minutes? Like, you know, being level 4, is that safe to say? Or
yeah, like I would say like level 4.5 and like into his first like small item, like, you know, maybe some close to some phase boot type stuff, something like that. If you can generally get there like level 4.5 with like 2k-ish net worth, I think you're pretty damn happy.
All right, again, keep an eye on that. Mid lane matchup so far, it's favoring the Primal Beast quite a bit. It's the lane's actually behind his own tower even. But Ember Spirit having to fall back now. But yeah, 9 and 5 Primal Beast, 4 and 1 Ember Spirit. So definitely advantage for Carl.
Yeah, I like that he went Uproar level 1. I feel like it's just helping him with the like early CS and the early just fight back and trading. And yeah, I think it's just being reflected in the CS already.
Yeah. So we'll see how he's able to keep that up. Also on top of the chart is Underlord at 10 and 2 against a 9 and 1 Morphling. So yeah, in your dream, certainly getting his own as well. But yeah, KP on the Underlord, obviously able to farm pretty efficiently. He's got that Firestorm to work with as well. And not much he has to worry about himself being Underlord and all.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, generally the strength of Morph, right, as we all know it. He plays on full agi. He has like 100 damage, minute 4 maybe, with like a couple items, some Band of Elven Skin and a Wraith Band. But Underlord, his #1 toolkit is like, he can out-CS you. He's like one of the few offlaners that can actually match up against the Morph in the lane. They also have a Rubik, like with Fate Bolt, so it's not the type of lane you actually want to play as a Morphling.
No. Yeah, it's not the friendliest, that's for sure. And you see right here, he's even going to take some Fate Bolt harassment. They're going over to the Lotus Pool. Got the bottom lane here, competing against it. Orflake going to be lifted up, but he manages to grab it and taking some good pressure in the meantime. But hey, at least he got it. And if anything, also denying it from the Rubik, I suppose. But yeah, it's proven to be a fairly, not very difficult, but he's not having as good of a time as he'd hoped for. Mid lane, Ember Spirit taking some good pressure there, but he'll survive. But yeah, Carl just keeping up 10 denies now for him, as well as the 8 creep score.
No, I've been watching his laning stage. He's kind of abusing, like, Primal Beast has such a big body as well. He keeps putting it on top of the creeps, and we talked about the uproar already. And he's like doing a really nice job with creep aggro there as well. He forced the creeps to hit him instead of the creep. Otherwise, the CS would have gone to Ember with the slide. So just some, honestly, some very nice gameplay. But I think both mid and top lane, we will not have too much pressure for like another 2 minutes.
You mentioned Night Stalker. Certainly need him to have a good start in this Naga Siren matchup, and is for sure 22-4. Actually takes over as the top net worth, so that's got to be good news here for this Radiant side. Double Bracer already in hand, and you see here obviously the illusion's out, but DB just not really too concerned about that for the time being. We got another minute until we're first nighttime.
Yeah, and I would, if you're already doing this well, you know, it's pretty nice. Also, nowadays, the silence does deal damage. So later, if that's something you want to do against the Naga to maybe deal with Illusions like a little bit, I think that was another nice quality of life change from Mr. Ice Frog himself, then, you know, it won't be too bad.
Yeah, interesting. Holding at least the 1 point for now, just getting the double void for the time being, but as he hits level 4, now he's holding on to those 2 points, so we'll see. Again, of course, maybe waiting for the night out. Okay, there you go. Just gets double Hunter in the night.
Everyone's holding some points. Night Stalker was holding points. Enigma is still holding points. Looks like we have a little bit of a dive in mid as Mr. Carl. Oh, maybe not.
Away.
Oh, double block grenade.
Is it enough? Fairy Fire is doing everything he can to stay alive. Skywrath throwing out his nukes. There's another chain, though. Rubik's coming the last second.
Oh, he's living.
Will save Carl, so manages to stay alive. All the thanks to Rubik coming at the last second.
That was, well, that's a pretty big commitment there from the Radiant side, right? You put both your supports out from their lanes. I guess Morph doesn't matter too much as he's against an Underlord for now, and they're kind of going to hold his own. But Night Stalker just had his nighttime, so losing a bit of his very early pressure when it comes to that. And, I mean, the fact that he just gets to walk it off, you know? Big boy Carl, just being a cocky man, but he gets away with it.
Yeah, he sure does. And he's back to the mid lane now. Again, just sport to thank, but he can get back to continuing domination here in the mid lane matchup. The 14 denies, 29 creep score. I mean, Ember Spirit doing what he can, 20-6. Not the worst thing ever considering, but he is pretty far behind. You can take a look at that net worth tab, and yeah, he is the bottom right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing okay, but what's good for him is that he has playability later with his draft and like his teammates, which is one of the most important things as Ember, that you have like playthrough ability with your teammates, and you also have a Skyref in the pulse 4. So later you go together with your chains and whatever, can get some kills. For Smokes as Carl gets himself an Arcane Rune, doesn't pop it yet, finds a stack as well. So these are just the small things that good teams will do that will help everyone. Like Tims, he stacks these camps, it helps Carl. In the meantime, he gets to take mid lane, so you know they're both just very happy with this outcome right now.
Yeah, and Primal Beast trying to figure out what he wants to do with this Arcane Rune now as he's smoked up. He's wrapping around mid currently, or is he going to the top lane? Maybe he is. Pulverize on a 15-second cooldown. So won't have that initially. Also have to remember, obviously, it is nighttime, and Night Stalker, he's got level 3 Hunter in the night. But will it matter? There's a Pulverize on through. DB, more so the Onslaught on through. Doesn't have Pulverize yet. 2 more seconds. And DB's just too fast, though. Being nighttime, has phase boots. You're not catching him.
Well, he just walks it off. Didn't have the Pulverize yet, as now he can stick around with the Night Vision. I did kind of like the idea of that play initially, like you farm a stack, and you just stay off map, so like applying pressure. I think the play could have worked, but DB, Double Bracer, Phase Boots, Lotus, and just walks it off.
Kizu, we're 7 minutes into this game and there's still no first blood.
Hold it. You might be jinxing it.
I might be jinxing it. It might be Raven going down. DB's running him down.
Yeah, just getting ran down.
And that is going to be a first blood. How about that? There we go. It's like I knew it was coming.
As Night Stalker gets it too. I like that it's in mid lane we have a little bonking action going on from Mr. Carl, just applying some pressure. But yeah, I mean, DB just he doesn't care what he's playing into. Naga Siren Phoenix, put some more counters my way. If this guy has a good early game, Night Stalker can definitely play through counters.
Oh, Carl using that uproar, charging on top of Yao. And Ember Spirit, as we're hitting 8 minutes now, so more runes. Oh, Ember's gonna take it, but at what cost? Okay, he gets away. The Remnant was there and snags the double damage rune.
classic Ember Spirit stuff. Just doing some, so putting on a little magic show, steals your stuff in front of your face and vanishes, gets himself a DD. It's going to make himself obviously very strong in his mid lane now. Can maybe fist out Carl of this mid lane for the time being, maybe even force him back to base. Looks like Carl wants to get himself a Blade Mail, which is an item that we've seen of a lot in this patch, and it's not an unusual item on Primal Beast at all.
So we're 8.5 minutes into this game right now. Again, the 1-0 lead. You do have Night Stalker feeling pretty good here on the Radiant side, but if you're Army Geniuses, how good are you feeling right now? Your Morphling and Ember Spirit are a little bit behind.
I would say you're actually feeling pretty okay because you're Knights. So even if those two cores are slightly behind, if your Night Stalker is up there and your Sky can get levels, I think you can play on very high tempo in the game. This looks like the smoke will maybe not lead into a kill, but it could allow them to pressure up this top lane, maybe help Night Stalker take down this tower. But it looks like Blacklist Rivalry do not want to let that happen.
And it delays efficient farm, though, from the Naga Siren. So, yeah, as you mentioned, although it's not a kill, it's still something. But, yeah, Blacklist is here. They got smoke, and they are not afraid to use it. Carl, pulverize, onslaught. It's all ready to go. There's the onslaught. A swing and a miss from him in the Phoenix. Dodge for the Night Stalker. However, Skywrath Mage not as slippery. And, okay. So
is he?
Down as I got it. Don't worry, guys, says Phoenix. So, finally a kill on the side.
No, quick TP to bottom, though, from DB. I'm liking this move. Just kind of was holding his void, so KP couldn't TP out. This is a pretty big kill.
Yeah.
Roche is not here, my friend. Not yet.
So, deny me, please. 10 more seconds. Maybe, but no.
I love when you see that happen. Like, you just have to try it, Like, maybe the patch is bugged a little bit, or he's coming a bit early.
Delayed as long as you can, I suppose. But yeah, in the end, KP goes down. And yeah, I mean, it's an answer, right? They lost the Skywrath in the top lane, but hey, kill the Underlord on the other side. So I'll certainly call it a minor victory for Army Geniuses right there.
Yeah, so now, I mean, DB doesn't have ult anymore on Night Stalker, so he's a bit of a, I wouldn't call it a liability, but they cannot really play around him, as Carl is just stomping on this Enigma and he's dead.
Oh my gosh. Enigma went to go a little bit of farm there, but all of a sudden, that big boss Primal Beast shows up.
Yeah.
Smashes his face in, so yeah, regretting that decision pretty quickly. But yeah, you talked about Ember Spirit, getting some nice stack, and again, continues to play the recovery game. Orbit Corrosion in hand. Well, what is the more continuous recovery route as far as items you go for Ember Spirit?
It's definitely the like, I would say the stock standard. It's got to be the Maelstrom BKB. You need to help your team semi-deal with the Naga later. I mean, you are actually your team's best hero against Naga, so you need Maelstrom to do that and scale, and then BKB to be able to team fight.
Yeah. Nothing queued up yet, but certainly going to keep an eye on that. Activity does go into right there. Night Stalker, though, he's the one having the great net worth. 5,300 is even ahead of the Naga Siren quite a bit on the other side. We're going to see an Echo Saber from DB this time around.
That's pretty good. You're also going to be able to split it later. Looks like Carl is looking for more.
Onslaught.
Even with the Thumper's Toy.
The silence comes through. I thought for sure that pulverize was happening, but so did Skywrath, and that's why he threw the silence out. So Carl has to walk it off. Or so run it off.
One of the things with Primal Beast is that I actually am pretty confident that Primal Beast is the best mid hero early on at using runes. If you get a haste rune, it makes you, well, obviously haste it, and it increases your damage on your trample. If you get a DD, it does the same. If you get a shield rune, you have 8 billion HP. And yeah, go figure. He's like the best early game rune hero. It's incredible.
And even, hey, regen, he uses a lot of mana. So he wouldn't mind that either in a lot of cases. So yeah, tried to make a play with it right there, but in the end, again, not to be. It's overall, not that it's been due to lack of action. It's just as far as concluding the kills, hasn't necessarily been there. It's still 2-2, as we're now 12:30 just about into this game. But Primal Beast, sticking on him one more second here. He is going to be going the Blade Mail as far as his go-to item first.
Okay, so now I would say for Army Geniuses, the nice thing for them with this Morphling is that he can kind of hold his bottom lane for a long time, which means I don't think you really need to reinforce him unless you're looking for kills on this Underlord. So I would like if they could help their Night Stalker take over this top lane, because in order for Night Stalker to be more active on the map, I think this Dire safe lane tower, it's got to go. Otherwise him moving is way too obvious, so that would be good, but looks like Blacklist, they might be the ones to strike first.
Oh, they want to. I've seen this before. It feels like Dark Ascension. It's ready, but he can't cast it. He finally gets it off, but it's going to die shortly after. So a wasted Dark Ascension, and now Enigma caught by the Pit of Malice initially. However, pulverizing Onslaught, not ready. Onslaught isn't at least, but cannot keep his distance close enough. So in the end, Enigma's fine for now. And now Yao wants revenge, and he might get a Primal Beast. It is going to be too much damage to handle. Yao able to cut him down on the Ember Spirit. So actually a very nice turn kill. Yeah. It's all said and done. I mean, Night Stalker was a top net worth, but still, 1 for 1.
And if you guys wondered why the Sleight of Fist chains dealt so much damage, it's because the Skywrath ult was invisible, as it sometimes is around like ledges and trees. So he's not cheating. We just didn't see the spell, but it was.
You mentioned that because I saw him ticking down. I'm like, geez, yeah, that's
damn this Ember. Wow, this guy is good.
I guess he's recovered. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's a good point to bring up. Yeah, that does get bugged occasionally. So good call out there. But Skywrath, the Mystic Flare, coming off cooldown about 15 more seconds. It'll be good to go with that again here.
Okay, well, it's I think that's one thing that the army will have to look to do slightly better in the next coming minutes. When you have your spells ready, they need to be the ones to make the move first. You've got Ember, you've got Night Stalker. Like, Night Stalker is very similar to Lycan in that way that whenever you have your ult, you're kind of the strongest hero in the game during the duration of your ult as long as you use it aggressively. So that was a big deal from Blacklist to punch in first and force him to use it defensively and die on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Raven, he has taken over, as you would expect by now, the top farm in the game. 7,000 net worth, slightly ahead of his teammate Underlord, who's obviously got some efficient farm going in KP's hands. He's got a mechanism, a Vanguard on him. But yeah, the Naga Siren, the Yasha, and the Orchid is going to be the item of choice next for him. So a bit more of an aggressive Naga Siren build.
I mean, I just like the... I don't know why this Orchid build died off at one point. Like, I know it did, and I cannot tell you why it did, but I'm happy that people are going back to it. Because I feel like Naga, like you put the map in a nice position, there's so many potential plays for you to just pick people off, or even an Ember later before he has BKB, the Skywrath, so just kind of like that, and we're just slowly seeing the game get out of control. Like, not much is happening, but the... song?
Something's happening now.
Something's happening.
Spirit, there is the Phoenix Sun and Ember Spirit. The lockdown, the flight, it gets away barely. Thought for sure the lockdown was going to be successful, but in the end, it's not. He somehow slips out of there. I mean, it looked pretty, but Blacklist International rivalry, just not able to finish the job.
Well, I kind of like that play. Maybe a slight mistiming. You can perhaps hold the net a bit more, just get the egg off early to then layer the stuns. But I like that play anyway. It's nearly giving you the mid tower. You use some of your stuff. I think it's A-okay. There's an active rune once more.
And it is nighttime, though. DB trying to take advantage, puts the void out. Ember Spirit once again in a bad spot, though. This time, can he get away? Yes, he can. Again, the Remnant at the last second to escape. So another case of a bit used right there. But Ember Spirit manages to slip on out. So we remain at 3-3. But the point you made kind of going into that fight as well, I mean, look at the net worth. It's actually even slightly growing still.
Yep.
Or Blacklist Rivalry. Now, as I say this, okay, Underlord's fine. It's too much damage to get through.
Yeah, that's why I think at this point, like, sure, Dire are ahead, but I think they have a lot of gold that it doesn't reflect in their strength right now. Like, Naga needs gold to farm more. Primal Beast doesn't have a BKB yet. I think you have such strong heroes on army that you should look to fight as, let's see. Okay, DB just, he gets to walk it off for like the 6th time this game because he's Night Stalker. I love it.
Crazy. Yeah. That's why it's not due to lack of action. We've had so many initiations, but these heroes just aren't dying. Carl,
I'm just
assist with some farm.
I'm just still looking at some of the the type of tempo you want to get in, because I mean we can see it, right? The longer nothing is happening, Dire's net worth graph just looks disgusting. But when Carl has BKB as well, I think their game becomes a lot easier. So I think if you're on the Army Genius side, you would like to find a smoke and kind of like go on the back line where you help your Night Stalker, your Ember get off a good angle against this Rubik and Phoenix and kind of take fights before they get some of these next items, because they're coming soon.
Yeah. Well, Primal Beast going to the bottom lane. He's trying to finish that BKB as mentioned, close to at least the Mithril Hammer. That needs the recipe after that. But yeah, Underlord, keep looking back at how KP's doing. He's got a pipe he's working on at least. That'll be his next item of choice. 18 minutes, both teams grouping around the bottom rune spot. Now they're heading more towards the mid. It's Gonna be a fight.
Nets.
They catch Emberspirit again, and
They got him.
this time it is too much damage. A lockdown.
Might find another. Black hole.
Enigma. Yeah, I was gonna... Don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, no black hole, and for good reason from Enigma accepting death right there. But finally, they catch the Ember Spirit, though. That's gotta feel good.
No, that's a good one. They've got the Veil on Cuckoo. I like that. Just try to enhance your damage a little more because you do have a decent lockdown, right? You've got Rubik Lift, like you've got a Pit, you've got some Ensnare, so like pushing out a little bit more damage onto you and your team, and just for yourself later as Phoenix with your Sunray with your Egg. I like that choice.
Yeah. Well, Night Stalker, it does feel like, again, he had a great start. I mean, he is 2-1-0, so certainly not having a bad time by any means, but
yeah.
Maybe you would have maybe expected a little more out of it as far as activity goes, but again, that goes just to, it's not due to lack of trying, just not able to truly finish the job.
Yeah, perhaps he wants to... There's probably going to be one or two faster plays still, by the looks of what they're doing now. They're kind of eyeing KP, and he's also getting closer towards the Speakeasy and the Night Stalker, so and he is very tanky, but let's see.
Yeah, it's a tough... He doesn't have that pipe yet. He does have mech, though, and it's going to be used. However, it is too much damage. Primal Beast TP'd in, so did Rubik, but look at Night Stalker. He wants more. You mentioned the Dark Ascension used. He's on the uphill. They're going for Rubik. Rubik, he's dead. The Lincoln's coming into play as well, and... There's a good couple of kills on the side of Army Geniuses.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of XP. It's also right before daytime, so that's pretty good for them. And yeah, I mean, in your dream, he's still having a great game on the Morph. He can just turn into the Underlord. You pit him. Firestorm deals a buttload of damage on that hero as well. So this is kind of what I want to see from them every time they have their spells ready. Because until Blacklist have items, they will keep dying to these moves.
Yeah. And specifically that BKB of Primal Beast, he's still trying to finish it, get that recipe. So another play on him perhaps in the next minute here before he has that. Not a bad idea, but while this is all happening, keep looking back at Raven on the Naga Siren, and that leads him to grow a bit. A Manta style finish, the Orchid we talked about, 1,600 gold towards a heart. She's looking to go next, so.
Yeah.
It's got to be in your minds.
We've got so they've got the BKB on Night Stalker, so he's not doing too bad. I would even say he's honestly doing pretty well. We'll have to see if he wants to rebuild the Echo or go Blink. I think this is sometimes a little awkward when you do go Echo. Like now the splitting phase, it's as they were hunting with the song. Right. Raven, he's got the Orchid. Anyone, well, I guess everyone apart from Night Stalker and Morph, they just died to the single Orchid.
Yeah. We got Wisdom Runes coming in. That's why you see up here, Enigma's trying to take this. The dire one, though, that might cost him his life. Yep. Primal Beast is going to come in, and they get both Wisdom Runes on the dire side as well. Wow. On top of that kill. That's big. Yeah. No, that's a big one. Like when you're ahead in gold, it's nice and all, but if you can also shut down the XP to like make it harder for the other team to like kind of come back and keep the levels that they want, yeah, that's it's a rough one. I think Naga's just a very good hero at playing aggressive, right? You have Song, potentially. He didn't have it that time, but you can also scout for yourself. You're very tanky. Just nice plays. And now that BKB is being delivered to the Primal Beast, so that timing has been lost if you're Army Geniuses over here. Night Stalker did get his own, though, with that said, but as you also mentioned, we've got about 3 minutes before we're back into nighttime. Granted, he does have Dark Ascension, so may find the opportunity with that. But Ember Spirit's still playing the recovery game, understandable. Yeah. He's working on his own BKB, so you call the build right here. It's just a matter of actually getting to finish the BKB next. Yeah, he'll have to keep... What is a little unfortunate for him is that I think he can play super aggressive, which is not how you want to... Like, you don't want to have to play this defensive on an Ember. Once he has BKB, he can go aggro as DB. Pops to Ascension. Yeah, silence on a Rubik. Pitamel's going to be canceled there, actually. BKB activated by DB. He has to fight this against Carl Paul. He don't care about those sinking BKB. Goes right on through. DB is still alive, though. Oh my gosh, he will survive. Just barely. Oh, nice chase and pin. Chain. Almost a black hole of sorts coming out from the Ember Spirit, but the follow-up isn't enough. The Psych gets one. In Underlord, they're going to get two. Double kill for In Your Dream, and DB will clean up the last one in Tim. So beautiful 3-player searing chain, and it does result in the 3 kills. Oh, that was very... Blacklist definitely trying to,
maybe overplay a little bit as DB kind of baiting them in, does live with 100 HP, but both in your dream, he comes by. Again, 3-man pit, 3-man firestorm. They get the slide chains with all the Maelstrom procs as well. And just kind of pushing themselves back in this game.
That's certainly got to feel good. That's one of those motivational fights. If your Army Genius is, you can feel the game starting to maybe get a little bit out of hand, slipping away slightly. And not so much anymore. I mean, obviously feeling pretty good after that one. And just so, we just talked about the BKB on Primal Beast, how big of a deal that was. Well, yes, it almost helped him get the kill on Night Stalker, but it didn't. And they were able to turn it, obviously, with the big plays. So, well played. And as the resurrections take place, though, you do see the Tormentor being done on the Dire side at least, so they'll grab the shard for themselves. Not the greatest damage with the 4 heroes here, but
yeah,
they finally get it, and Tims will pick up the telekinesis upgrade.
Yeah, the itemization is, I think, pretty nice on the Dire side. You've got the Force against the Night Stalker, because generally what they have to do is live through the start of the fight where Night Stalker ults goes in and Ember wants to Remnant on you. So having the Force Staff on Rubik, having the defensive lift back as well, or maybe just even egging on the spot later as well, as Kuku will be doing a lot for them.
1 more minute, and we're back to nighttime. Night Stalker's favorite, so something to play around if you're the Radiant side. Morphling, I haven't talked too much about his items necessarily. We mentioned the Lincolns early on. Manta Style has been finished, but you look at where the Dire team is at. They are deep on the enemy territory, and it works out. Enigma, the pickoff. He's out for 30 seconds. It looks like as a team, they're going to push bottom.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a freebie, right? Raven on the spot right now. If he's with his team, they're just incredibly strong. Earlier round, he was not in the fight. I feel like they kind of want this Orchid, they want the Mantis to run in, also like the Song potentially to bail you out. But one of the things I'm looking at is some of the scaling of these supports. If I'm not mistaken, I think Enigma has a Philosopher's Stone, and he can scale in this game, as can Phoenix. So both the 5s, they have Philly Stones, they have some bigger items queued up with a Hex as well, and they'll certainly get there in this game.
Well, yeah, to that point, Phoenix is doing much better right now.
Oh, for sure.
Doubling the net worth of Enigma. So, yeah, in the big picture, Enigma can certainly have more presence as the game continues on. But for now, Phoenix is, you mentioned the earlier Villa Discord that he already has. He's building a Scythe Keizu.
Yeah.
This is a position 5 that, he already has the ultimate orb.
Yeah, I mean, Kuku's chilling, man. He's doing hella fine. You get to farm some waves, your Naga is jungling, you have nice map control. 3 of the 4 supports, I think, are holding Philosopher's Stone, because, yeah, it's just a sick item. It looks like they want to bait KP up top, maybe. They're just scared that Army Geniuses are doing Roche, so I think that's a correct call. Even if they're not doing Roche, you need to put yourselves in the right position on the map.
Yeah. So Ravens farmed like crazy, like Naga Sirens get to. What I'm going to get at, though, is when does he start assisting with a team like that? And I guess the answer is now. As you mentioned, they think they might be doing Roshan. He's here with them to fight, but they're not going to run into them. But it seems like he is in that mindset now of, all right, I can fight around my team now.
Nah, for sure. I would say that he is... I mean, Naga's maybe a bit of a strange hero. You help your team always a little bit indirectly by pushing waves, but I would say from this point onward, you need to be within the fights as well. Like, your net worth is 18k, you're only 7 up. If you're not there, your team is practically behind in a game. So you've got to be there in these fights.
Now, if you're Army Geniuses, you certainly got to be suspicious that Roshan's happening. You're pushing to tier 2, no defense. So they get the tier 2, but the cost is they give up a free Roshan. Primal Beast, the one to pick up the Aegis. So thoughts on that, actually, over the Naga Siren?
I think that's pretty good too, right? You've got the heart on Naga. I don't really see him dying, or even if he does, it's not an easy kill for them to take. Instead, it's kind of like when you give your Ember the Aegis here with Primal Beast. Just allow Carl to continue to go in and kind of keep his game, like keep him scaling.
Well, Carl, certainly, as you'd expect out of a Primal Beast, not afraid to get in there, and that much more ambitious now that he has the Aegis. Enigma takes over the outpost on the Dire side. A very bold move there, but he actually gets it and gets out before any response really happens from the enemy side. They get here now, but he's already snuck on out of there, so good to go for the time being. I am noticing some 4-staff priority on the Dire side. Both Rubik and Underlord have one. Yeah,
you're gonna need it as we have a Pulverize. Looks like it's just gonna force him away.
Well, meanwhile, Nagasar aren't gonna cut down the Enigma. And now
Lift
is out as well. Morphling.
They can egg.
The setup, the egg in front, the blocking them out. You have to fight this if you're in your dream. There's no other choice. He's trying to run. Morphing in, goes to the Nagas. It's the battle of the illusions, and the real one gets out. Morphling somehow skirts on out of there. Dark Ascension activated as well by DB. He's going to have to be KB for this. Keeps on flight away, and so after it's all said and done, Enigma is the only death, and Morphling lives.
I guess he's the only one dying. That looked a little strange. I don't know if the egg was late or if the song was cancelled early, but either way, nice job from In Your Dream to get on out of there. As he just now aggressively TV said. I mean, he's got Scotty. This is still a very scary and a very good Morphling game.
And you see he's morphed into the Nagas arm for just a little bit longer, creating some illusions that is going to wear off now. 20-second cooldown. Primal Beast on side. It's going to be on cooldown. He has pulverized, but oh, do they go back on this Night Stalker? He doesn't have a BKB. Maybe lift on up. Going to go in the midst of it. The Blade Mill also popped by Carl. The Enigma Black Hole locking him down, but it's just him. In the front lines, you have Underlord getting low. Tim's manages to Remnant away with the Remnant he stole. Silence on Underlord, but Raven is looking to beat down Skyrath. Skyrath will fall. They do kill Underlord, but now the cores are running on the radius. Maybe he actually wants.
Well, Naga versus Naga.
Naga Siren, yeah. It's the battle of the illusions here. Carl, onslaught is ready. Can Morphling get away again? The answer is yes. He is just too difficult, but there was a lot going on in that fight, KZU, but you kind of take a step back now. It does feel like Blacklist Rivalry wins that one.
Oh, for sure. The problem is not even just the cores on Blacklist there. It's the fact Cuckoo Sunray also did a lot in the start of the fight. Like, it just nailed down this Night Stalker from the backline. If they're not starting the fight, again, what I touched on earlier, right, with your Ember and Night Stalker, I think fights will not be that easy for them. So that's kind of what they need to be looking at.
Ember Spirit heading towards the top lane. Just trying to be a little sneaky up here. But we've got tier 3 items now starting to make some appearances. See a Titan Sliver even just picked up. On the dire side, that's Primal Beast. So yeah, he's got the BKB, a Titan Sliver now. He's already such a nuisance in the front lines and just got that much stronger and annoying to deal with. So yeah, I mean, again, this Morphling does feel fairly unkillable with what we're seeing, especially with the morphing into the Naga Siren and using all her abilities, but the teammates around him, not as much. So clearly the focus is going to be around the Morphling if you're Blacklist Rivalry here.
Yeah, like what they just need to be looking at is some of the team fighting that we talked about, and I would say that most of my eyes are going to be on the backline supports. Like, it's on either team to try and get on this backline to get these supports out of there. And you can see that reflected in the items. Like, everyone has got some force staves. You need to try to keep yourself alive, like kind of keep kiting out. And on In Your Dream's next item, I think he's hitting like a very, very big power spike here on this Morphling.
And he's going to be level 20.
Yeah.
He is just about to ding here. So there we go. Level 20. And now that waveform attacking targets, I'm guessing,
yeah,
will be picking up here. But yeah, so it's that spike you're mentioning for multiple reasons. And it feels like the time, if any, for Army Geniuses to hold their ground and maybe make a play. But their own territories continues to be infested here. As the Dire team pushed in, Carl just dancing around in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's got hard, so he is pretty tanky. And another thing is that Cuckoo just got the Hex, and there it is. Hello.
Oh my gosh. The position 5 Hex is in play. Skyrath Mage is dead. Just like that. Talk about it catching you off guard. And Carl just doesn't even care about the base. He's going bottom.
Well, he's a pretty tanky man. This is a double hard core. Like, 2 cores with hard that are just hitting your tower. It's because the problem is sometimes you can just casually force them away, right? Because they lose creeps or because they lose HP. Not an Underlord Naga and a Primal Beast. You're gonna have to fight this or give it up.
I mean, they have Midnight Pulse, so in a sense they kind of have an answer to just the tankiness, but obviously being able to get that combo off, a lot easier said than done. And here we go. Initiation, it's going to be Carl, get the pulverize on top of the Ember Spirit, pounding him down over and over and over again, finally going to get away.
Oh,
the egg
he denied it.
Though. Actually manages to kill the egg, and now Raven's in a bad spot, trying to split up. He needs teammate support.
He's dying.
He is. Naga Siren, the force deaths. He's still alive.
He got it off.
The song. And it looks like he will be able to teleport out now. Enigma trying to catch somebody, but oof, close call.
Oh, damn. But they did get the melee racks, right? So they got the racks and only got out with Cuckoo, who got denied in the midst of it all. I'm not sure how Dirk, because I'm not going to lie, that egg was not the greatest. But Carl, he just runs in, swings his big fat claw, and is like, bro, what the hell is that? And just kills it. I like that.
Well, it's, again, another big fight that really only results in the one death right there.
Yeah.
In the Phoenix. So I think that, I guess it kind of just goes back to just a lot of tankiness going around on either side. I stress that with a double hard strategy. On the side of Blacklist Rivalry, and of course you got a Morphling that has the item build he has, and the slipperiness of an Ember Spirit. Even Nightstalker obviously is pretty beefy himself, who, by the way, has a Nullifier now.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, right? We've touched on the 4 staffs, the importance of the backline supports. If you get on top of them with this Nullifier, I think you should be able to get them killed. And right now, like Blacklist, they're very tanky, but some of their scaling in terms of damage, I think it's not going to be too strong throughout like the next 5 to 10 minutes, but I think Morphlings will. Like if he gets this Chrysalis, Daedalus, it should give him enough damage to cut through maybe one of these targets during his BKB.
Yeah, range Rax goes down right there at the bottom lane. Nagasiren making a way, well, kind of check things out as she also has a butterfly finish. Geez, it's going to get that Axe Shard as well, thinking about it, because you know, obviously that's a nice defensive tool. Makes that Song of the Siren a bit more effective overall for what it does. So, down here.
Hello.
Hiding in the trees.
Just a little bit of chilling as a 3-man smoke is coming out. I mean, the second Roche is going to be what both teams have to play around at this stage. Also, I think if you're Army Geniuses, one of the things that I would like for them to be talking about right now is also, I know we talked on it maybe a little bit earlier as a meme, but Enigma scaling in this game is good. Even though you play against a Rubik, you have Nightstalker who can deal with that. So if you get a BKB in this game, which is not unrealistic, you will have a free black hole.
Rubik, speaking of him, he is found. Out comes a Dark Ascension, and they're hunting him. They want this kill. The song from Nagasiren is going to prevent it, though. Boy, they get chasing. They know the song's on cooldown now.
Oh, smoke away as well.
Slight to pop them out. And now it's a decision time for the Dire side. Do they look to turn this DB on the outskirts? Night route on the Primal Beast. As he goes in, Pit of Malice also hitting. You see, again, Nightstalker continues to keep an eye on them.
I mean, his ult is running out. So there is no Roche at least for 1 minute, so you could go and chill a little bit if you are Army Geniuses. Because DB's next timing is certainly, well, he would love if Roche does not die before his next ult, but also if he can get his blink. You get the blink, you ult, blink and nullify one of the supports as in your dream, in a bit of trouble.
Morphling, we've seen this before, BKB, Blade Mill, you gotta be careful to attack into that. BKB from Carl as well, it's gonna be wearing off soon though, so a bit of a reset here in this fight. Song still has 20 more seconds. Ember Spirit,
Ember?
He's dead and he is getting cut down. 4-staff saves. Oh, no,
he's gone.
Rise to take him out. He's out for 70. He doesn't have a buyback.
Yeah, he's gone for a while. I think that might just be a tier 3 push. Tier 3 push, if you bait out his buyback, you would fall back to Roche, but, well, we know better. There's no buy.
Yeah, Roshan is going to be spawning here in a couple of seconds, but you're right, it's with no buyback. Certainly, Blacklist Rivalry is going to keep the push going, and Carl's not afraid to go in once again. Silence though. Needs to be careful. Pit of Malice protection is there, and they get the tower kill. Rax now exposed, and obviously by now they're aware that Ember Spirit doesn't have one. So should be able to get the set of Rax, although they're doing everything they can on the side of Army Geniuses.
Yeah, this is just, how do they, I feel like there's 3 of the same hero just hitting your base. It's like some 5k HP tank that you're just not touching.
Yeah. Even with the Ember Spirit, it's obviously a difficult task, but without him, it feels damn near impossible. So the discipline is there, but that does mean another set of racks has been destroyed. DB, who thought he had a chance, almost caught the Rubik, slacking behind, but unable to find him.
I think they have to fight this Roche. Like, sell your 2 bracers, buy a Blink Dagger or something, and take this Roche fight. Maybe it's too hard or too late at this point, because they can just song and finish it, but this is a scary Roche to give up.
Yeah, to your point, I don't think they're doing much about it. They're suspicious that it's happening, I'm sure, but in the end,
yeah,
they're just not going to really be confident about stopping it. It will be an Aegis in the hands this time of Nagasiren, and Primal Beast will pick up the cheese.
Yeah, and they have not too much against like Cheese either. And Cheese on Primal Beast it's kind of an Aegis, let's be real.
Yeah, might as well be.
Okay. They're looking behind.
Who do they catch? That's going to be Rubik. So Rubik's out.
It's time for more.
Solid start. The song defensively. Raven trying to get out. BKB though of Morphling. He has Underlord morphed into. Keeping up with a Raven, so the song is now worn off. They're going to keep chasing this.
Ooh, the black hole.
The black hole on two. The Mystic Flare comes down, and they get the one in Underlord, but Raven is still plenty taken. Carl shows up now, stomps the ground, and kills Enigma after the fact. Doing what he can. Nice chain stun as well with the searing chains, and yes, they are going to take out Raven and use an Aegis as well as the kill on Primal Beast.
Oh, they're killing everyone.
They are. They're just
the dieback on Phoenix.
They want more. They want Phoenix. The buyback on Phoenix, make it a dieback. He's out for 80 seconds, so Nagasaran is able to make her way out of there because they got caught chasing, but, well, very successful fight.
Yeah, and that is exactly what they have to do. You find the backline, you now have the items, you've got the Blink Nullifier for Nightstalker to start the fight. And even though your Enigma doesn't have a black hole, he's playing with like semi-map hack, right? You've got the Nightstalker flying around, he's kind of showing you everything, who is where. Okay, Rubik is dead. Finds a great two-man black hole, and they just continue to fight like that.
Yeah, like I said, too, Midnight Pulse is a great ability against these tankier heroes especially. So certainly that did its own damage. I mean, you look at the damage that Enigma did, at least look at the breakdown here, it did 4,300 damage. So
that's not a joke.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a whole Primal Beast.
Yeah, it was just behind the Ember Spirit and the Morphling, but the fact that your position 5 is doing that, that says something. So do not underestimate it as Morphling finds a real one. And so does DB. Nola fires up. Is Raven in trouble? The BKB song says no.
I mean, Army Genius is definitely doing some nice stuff in this game right now. Like the last 2 minutes has all just been W's for them. You take the Aegis, you beat them in the fight, now you force out the Nagas, BKB as well. If you can get your waves in control, you finish your Stateless now and in your dream. Maybe you get the level 20 title on a Nightstalker, good waves, you smoke up and you find another successful fight. I think you might just be ahead if you come out successful there.
I noticed Morphling did morph into the Underlord that last fight. I wonder if that's a priority now for him, or if that just happened to be the best, chance for him in that fight. But Pit of Malice, a good tool to make use of there, as well as even Firestorm.
Yeah, I think the Firestorm against the double hard and basically an Underlord and the Pit as well to just keep them in place. Yeah, why not?
That's true. Yeah, so another tool for that. That's HP percentage based, which obviously seems pretty good against those attributes there. So Nagasaran sending the illusions out. It's not deterring Blacklist Rivalry from continuing to play aggressive. That's for sure what happened in the last fight. Obviously, they're still positioning themselves pretty aggressively. Bloodthorn now finished by the Nagasaran, so of course helps there. She's level 20.
Yeah. Okay, well, so from this point onward, Morph is going to have a good time. I mean, In Your Dream has had a good game. He's 4-0-6, he's up in a network, but he does pretty well against Naga. You can always stand your ground. If now you can have Ember kind of get in the game slowly as well with a little more network, maybe a shard, he already has the Aghanims, and slowly over time Varish with the Philosopher's Stone in his backpack and swapping it in and out. If he can get closer to this BKB, they're doing A-okay in this game. Don't count them out.
Well, and they think it's time to go. Being the aggressors, they go into Underlord. Underlord being bursted down. He's at half life. That's a take Underlord. He's dead. 100 seconds he's out for.
But the egg is dead too.
Egg's going to be destroyed. No more egg. The Pulveride's eventually used, but Ember Spirit, he doesn't care. He's going onto the Rubik at the back lines. Now we see Morphling. Morphling taking over the Underlord once again. The Black Hole locking up Nagasaran by himself. You see her damage on her. He's
dying.
He is dying. BKB, there's the song. And is just going to simply TP on out. So Nagasaran for sure is dead if it wasn't for that. But the 3 others around her are dead. No buybacks. It's just her and the Primal Beast.
I think we're getting to dangerous territory here, my friends on Blacklist. If they just go on Army Geniuses, blink in, nullify, the counterplay just doesn't seem to be there. Even Underlord, KP is he's just dying too quickly. Yeah,
the damage output overall for the side of this Dire team just is seeming a little bit lacking, and maybe it's the lot. But I also love the boldness there of Army Geniuses.
Yeah, for sure.
Being behind, but they're the ones that are making the jump, making the play. and clearly to their advantage. I mean, they blew up an Underlord, who's not supposed to be able to do, but they did.
I do think that Cuckoo needs to buy a shard. Maybe he's been greedy where he's like, yeah, bros, let's kill the Tormentor a few times and you give me the shard. Because I understand, like, his egg does die. But when they go on your Underlord, your Primal Beast, or your Naga, and you just pop the egg in Sunray, you might be saving them or giving them enough HP that by the time your egg dies, they can fight again. Because right now, there's no counterplay when they go in with their BKBs and nullify.
Yeah.
Right? Your heroes are just dying.
Yeah, Blacklist Rivalry here is just, they are continuing to keep their positioning going as far as the map control, and I feel like it's almost deja vu moment. We just saw this a couple of minutes ago in a similar area, but this time they're actually going to start falling back now. It's about 2 minutes before Roshan is potentially up at the red timer.
Yeah.
Still a bit before that's going to be happening, but yeah, we've seen the tier 4 items that have been dropping, so that's now in play for both teams as well. But the defensive posture continues. Obviously, 2 sets of racks are destroyed, so don't have much of a choice at that, but
that's 25 talent as well on Morph. In your dream, he did replace his boots for the Satanic, so having the waveform cooldown and Ninja Gear is definitely very good to help out with your mobility. For Blacklist, you need to find a way to start fights, because I think that's like the turning point in this game is that you already took some of their base and they're not really leaving their base. And you don't have the best initiation apart from, what, a Phoenix dive into Hex? Whereas Army Geniuses, like, they have Night Stalker. He's like the best hero in the entire game to start a fight.
yeah. It's like he could just pick and choose the appropriate time and placement, and we've seen that multiple times. So he has another 4,000 gold saved up. Speaking of Night Stalker, he's got sword.
Yeah, look at his...
This is going to be works.
He already hits for over 300 without the ult. He's gonna hit for like 500 with his ult activated. He already has a lot of attack speed as well. As you're mentioning, 4k gold saved up. And I don't want to say it, but Enigma is slowly but surely getting closer to his BKB.
Yeah, we kind of joked about that earlier, but hey, we're at that point of the game now, certainly, where it's very relevant. Absolutely. In the Enigma, we've seen already a black hole or 2 from him that's been very significant. So imagine with that BKB. Unstoppable combo. Morphling, Satanic now finished as well, so
yeah.
Good luck killing him if you're the Dire team.
I believe he is incapable of dying from full to 0 unless he's all on his own and you need to find some really good play, like spell steal the Lincolns into an instant hex and, like, I don't know, you've got something like hope to lock him down like that. Cuckoo does get the shard, so that will help out.
That Sunray buff that you're talking about, that Supernova synergy. So you mentioned Morphling level 25. How about Ember Spirit is going to be the next level 25 at this rate as well? As still about 3/4 of the level to go, but just 22s behind him. So yeah, he too is going to have the benefit there of hitting level 25 and another resource to the advantage of Army Geniuses in terms of coming back in this game. So again, Roshan's up in a mid of 40. That's certainly got to be the next area of contention here, it feels like.
I mean, the scaling right now of Radiant is just way stronger. Like, the stuff that they're starting to dish out, the items they're getting, like, the state of Naga hasn't really changed in like the last 15 minutes. She's very tanky, but most of the Radiant heroes don't really care about her. Like, Morphling just stands his ground, and there aren't really any answers to that. Okay, around mid, DB going in.
Rubik's proving to be a difficult kill. Well, the song doesn't matter. The BKBs go through, and the Pit of Mal stolen by Morphling yet again. Oh my god, that Underlord just evaporated to the Morphling, it feels like. And he also
triple kill.
Phoenix. Phoenix is dead. The buyback's on the 2.
It's a DD Morphling.
Up for a round, doing what he can.
Full race.
Primal Beast, the Black Hole on 2, including Naga Siren. Primal Beast is in trouble. He's dead. And Naga Siren has to run. She doesn't have a Saga member. And that BKB's ward off. The chains locking her in place. All 5 are still
stolen Black Hole, by the way. It is available if you can somehow find something.
You're right. And I think Morphling knows that. He's sitting back.
Oh, they cancel the TP.
Catch Ember Spirit. How much do you commit on top of this? We've seen it before. It is a kill on Ember Spirit. So finally able to return on this fight. I mean, man, the fact that Raven not only gets out of there, but they actually even get a turn kill. That is something, how that was going.
So now the question is, would we be paying 3 deaths and 2 buybacks for an Ember kill and a Black Hole? I'm not sure, but we'll find out later. Because in the next fight, or whatever happens next, we will see, as the throne went down to half HP apparently, I didn't catch that. Would have been a very awkward ending to the game.
That too, yeah.
If some creep wave like came through bottom and just clapped down the throne. But yeah.
We should certainly be paying more attention to that because yeah, that is true. Both the bottom and the top have been cleared out for a while now.
Yeah, I had full attention on it. I was just testing you. Don't worry.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a free Roshan though. So that's now a free Aegis, the cheese once again, and the refresher shard even on top of that in hand. So,
yeah.
I mean, they're doing such a good job of defensively protecting their base and winning fight after fight, but
yeah.
And it just feels difficult now.
It's reverse Uno time. I like what Tim's is doing. The stolen black hole instantly queues up the BKB. He's like, I'll be the Enigma now.
All right.
A refresher shard as well, given the double. I like it. Let's go, guys.
Why not, dude? I mean, yeah, take advantage of what you got. This is the prime time for the Rubik. How about DB, though? DB, he's lurking. It is nighttime. Got a good flank position. Rubik, oh no.
Oh, my friend.
That is huge. So much for the black hole. Are they gonna?
Oh,
oh, it's so hard. The double force death, and now it's DB could be in some trouble. He's
on the black hole.
Look at that freaking range. And down it goes Night Stalker. Oh, he has the refresher as you mentioned, so he's got a second one.
Radiant's middle tower.
I like the idea from DB, but you probably have to ult right off the bat to try and get the kill and then BKB and run out. Because if you don't kill Tims on the go, yeah, my bro just turns around and black holes you right after.
Oh, dang. It seemed like I thought for sure Rubik is dead right there, but just gets the team support in time. That was a prime spot for Night Stalker to make a big play, but yeah, gets turned on, and as we mentioned again, he still has the second one. There's the refresher shard to use.
Use the refresher. Ooh, it's a scary moment. They have a good base ward as well.
Underlord getting out. Satanic still ready for Morphling. Despite being locked down, there is not much pressure. Primal Beast going for the tier 3. Remember, this is the last set of racks remaining. Bottom lane is being pushed in as well for the dire advantage. When do you buy back on Night Stalker? That's the question. Look at Nagasarin's life evaporating. Phoenix winning, gets the sheep off, but Lotus Orb.
This double pit.
This
again looks more like some custom game. Looks like that might be it, yeah.
For Night Stalker.
Yeah, he is back up in 5. It will be daytime though, so if they can like force out the Ennis ult and back off. Whereas, I mean, it's more so important that if Army Geniuses, if they commit this Ennis ult, it has to turn into a defense for them.
Oh,
not long on the black hole.
Here's the Dark Ascension going for Primal Beast, but immediately turns out with a Pulverize. And the lockdown. Tims, he's got to use it soon. There's the song. They are spreading out.
Oh, it's running out.
Is he just going to YOLO it at this point? Morphling going in as the Pit of Malice jumps on in. It's just illusion galore once again. Morphling in trouble.
Sunray?
He gets X down. Never mind. Gonna pop his head. It's going out of toe-to-toe with the Nagasar, and the Supernova goes off. Turns attention to Skywrath. Skywrath gets picked off immediately. Morphling trying to find a target to kill, but is unable to do enough damage to anyone by himself. He's not locked in place. They kill Rubik, though.
Okay. We've got 800 Johnnies with the Radiant base once again, trying to whittle away at the throne. Well, range Rex did die, but they held. They did get Rubik as well as DB once again. He knows his job. I need to get in this backline and kill these goddamn supports.
Mm-hmm. Oh, eventually got that onto Rubik. So yeah, I don't even know. I assume he didn't even get off the black hole in the end.
Yeah, I think it was timing out, and then the Night Stalker was jumping him anyway. I'm looking at Cuckoo in the next fight, because when they were hexing and egging on top of the morph, he didn't use the Sunray off the shard. It was maybe he forgot that it got refreshed or whatever. But I'm looking. There's a refresher. Is that Embers? Yeah, my bro be strong. Spell Prism, Ag, Shard.
Wow. Yeah, Ember Spirit. He is certainly kind of the recovery now. As we're now 52 minutes into this game, but. Is the third in net worth overall. Of course, the Morphling versus Naga Siren battle continues between these two. But
this is some of the nice thing about like Ember and Night Stalker. They synergize very nicely together, and especially now when there's all these items. When Night Stalker goes in, suddenly Ember can follow him instantly with the Ags and all the items. I would also like to point out that In Your Dream has 5-digit gold and he is buying a rapier. I like it. This is the correct choice. I'm a fan.
Backpacks the Lincolns for now, but he has a Divide Rapier, and you know, we've obviously, even when he was doing damage to Morphling, or excuse me, to the Naga side of the last fight, definitely showed that you can hit him pretty hard, and
yeah,
obviously you throw the Divine on top of that, and could catch them off guard. So, but yeah, you're down to your 1 melee racks. You've constantly been playing defense. It makes sense here, obviously. So, might as well go for it. God, I'm noticing Naga Siren is still not 25 herself, by the way. She's 24 and a half.
Classic Naga Siren problems. It's not your hero getting the XP.
Very true.
As Morphling's damage is... Nah, hold that.
Oh, Aegis just got reclaimed. There. Yep.
You're dead. That's a dieback.
That's a dieback. 120 seconds. Naga Siren. Raven. Trying to get away. Song's already
Hex.
around BKB. It's a battle of brute force. A pulverized lock.
Sunray, dude.
Blink's getting low. The Divine Reaper on attacks, but the Croc controls too much. He buys back, but the Divine Reaper, who picked it up? Did anyone? Carl, he's running around. I don't know if he has it, but...
No, Kuku has it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, why not?
No, he doesn't have
He's
it.
gonna lose it. No!
Oh, no, Hex.
Up to Night Stalker. Rubik doing everything he can. The sheep comes out, but they're gonna lose it. The Glimmer. Divide him. Oh, no. DB's gonna pick it up. Oh, no. Where is it? There it is. Night Stalker's got it. Oh, the back and forth. That's, yeah. Phoenix snatching it up.
Oh, holy sheesh.
Night Stalker hunted him down.
Okay, they did get the morph. They got the morph buyback out of that fight, but again, I'm just starting to see like better and better gameplay coming out from Army Geniuses, right? They just insta-go on the Underlord when his Aegis expires. Just kind of start the fight like that. And now still 2 heroes dead for 50.
Yeah, obviously that was prime time right there. It's a jump, so very well played. I continue to be impressed by Army Geniuses again when it comes to their team fight and initiation choices. It's just they've just been continued to play this game from behind for so much of it. They haven't really felt like they've been in the... And I mean, Network suggests they really haven't been in the lead,
This Night Stalker Rapier is no joke, by the way.
Oh, no.
It is really strong. It might even be... I mean, maybe it sounds weird to say that it's better than on the Morphling, but Morph is already killing the guys he goes on. But when Night Stalker goes in the back, he just needs to kill them ASAP. So him having this, I don't know, stat-padded gold is pretty strong.
Not too shabby. And
he's about to be 25 too.
He's about to be 25. He just got the Swift Blink, actually, right after he gets the Divine Rapier. So, yeah, he is all in on this. I'm going to jump you, right-click you the hell down, and do it quickly. So... you are right. That's yeah.
Harpoon. Yo, this guy is. This is one of the most fat Night Stalkers I've seen. He's hitting for 700 without really anything. And when he ults and he finds the Rubik, I'm just saying it now. You've got this Enigma with BKB and Blink, and who's gonna stop the black hole if someone is on top of the Rubik? Nobody.
Yeah, buyback situation. They have an available time.
Mid-fight, black hole.
Primal Beast is dead.
Stolen black hole.
Lockdown. They also get the Rubik, it looks like, and Rubik's dead. He has buyback, though. Primal Beast does not. Song from the Naga Siren. Gonna just go for the BKB TP play. And that'll be the end of that. But Primal Beast is out for 90 seconds here. What do you do now? Look at the top creep wave push coming. Got to address that.
Okay, it's not a core dead without buyback though on Blacklist. I mean, Raven has so much gold, but he can't do anything. My bro has 50,000 net worth. I feel his pain. Like, what is he supposed to do? Does he need to like drop some items and like buy, I don't know, some aggressive stuff? Yeah, feed some moon shards to who though? No one right clicks in this game. But yeah, it's starting to be a bit painful for Blacklist. I think their scaling is going down the drain.
Well, yeah, that is, and yeah, we're certainly at that point of where net worth really just doesn't matter anymore. As impressive as seeing a 50,000 net worth on a Naga Siren, it's like, yeah, where it's anything can still happen. It's going to be Primal Beast getting the shard right there from the quick torment to goal, but finally, we see Army Geniuses being the aggressors.
Yeah. Roche is up, and when you have a Divine Rapier, Roche is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's important. That's Roshan up top, and I think they realize that as well. They are beelining for that. Now, the top creep wave, again, constantly being pushed in.
Yep.
So they've done a good job of pushing that back, and they certainly got to get back further. But you have to pay attention to that, both top and bottom, as these fights continue on, how those creep waves are looking.
There's... Okay, so Roche is going to be on the menu next. You're getting a Moonshard on your Night Stalker. I'm trying to think for Blacklist how they win a fight, because I feel like right now it's a lot more straightforward for Army Geniuses to win if they start. I feel like if Blacklist lose another fight, they have to think about how to rat the game and like backdoor the throne or some shit like that to win later. But let's hold that for now. There's a Roche fight coming up. Maybe. Or maybe not.
It's not.
It's not.
Night Stalker and Morphling both are hitting way too hard.
Oh, gee. Okay, so Aegis on Morph because he has no buyback as Blacklists are coming.
There we go. Jumping on Enigma. Enigma's found right off the bat, so he's certainly dead. And
Oh,
he does
good.
have
He
a
has
buyback.
Yeah, he has buyback. He's chilling. You can bet your ass Raven has buyback.
Oh yeah, I think he's
He's got 7 buybacks.
nearly 10,000 gold saved up. Maybe that'd be something to implement. You know, buybacks for teammates. How about that?
Yeah, let's hope Iceberg is not listening.
Just an idea. Just an idea. I'm
Okay.
sure that'd be healthy for the game and all.
Yeah, you're right. That sounds healthy. Dota 3.0, they'll do that.
Oh my gosh, we are almost to 60 minutes, KZ. We're
It's coming.
1 minute away, and you know what that means.
Tier 80 items. Let's go. Every time there's tier 5 items, I talk about this item that I never know if I'm pronouncing it properly. It's called Arcanus Armor, I think. And I think it's so overpowered and no one ever takes it. So I'm either really stupid or maybe they just don't know.
Or is it that other ones are maybe just better in most cases, right?
That's a valid point, but I don't like hearing logic when I ask a question. So
enough.
I will not accept that one.
I'll be quiet, yeah. We're going to be seeing it here soon. And
Yes.
I got to think Blacklist Rivalry is almost like waiting for that, right? Because they're controlling the map right now.
Middle tower
Why
is
not?
under attack.
This is where, like, literally right now, your new game plan is, okay, let's ward their ancients, let's ward our ancients, and, like, just play some sneaky jungle wards, because you know that the enemy team, they need to find these tier 5 items. They're like, these items are worth, like, 10,000 gold each, maybe more. Like, imagine how much you would pay for an Axe Machina.
Yeah.
Probably 15k, because it's not even an inventory slot, so...
Naga Siren could buy one.
Yeah.
They let her.
He could maybe buy those for his team. Maybe that's the thing. You can, like, buy new neutrals.
All right, it's 60 minutes. Neutral spawn and let the farming begin. Oh, look at this. They know. The Radiant team knows. Morphling, he's already hunting front lines.
Oh, this is a very tense game. Oh my
Giant
god.
Ring already picked up by Primal Beast.
Oh, nice. Can we look at Primal Beast, please? I want to see him be a fatty.
The true Primal Beast, his true form is coming.
Oh, yeah. I need a Bloodlust and a BKB on this man. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, a Midas on Ember, so he's just going to use it to get a neutral creep? Or did he sell it? Yeah, easy. I like it.
Here, yeah.
Oh. Ooh, well, everyone's looking. Night Stalker ult. He's also looking and cooking. Hex,
It's over here.
lift.
That's okay. Gonna be lifted up. Night Stalker. BKB is coming out. There's a pulverize on through. Smash, 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 smash.
He's netted. That's a long smash.
That is a long smash. He's dead.
That's a rapier.
It's on the ground. Who's gonna pick it up? Nobody yet. Okay, it looks like Underlord has it. So now it's Underlord's turn.
All right, KP, time to buy moon shards, bro.
The Underlord with a giant ring as well. Oh my god.
Oh, BKB on Rubik. We made it. Okay, Pirate Head on more, so a lot of attack speed and more gold with bounty runes. Net being reflected, stones.
Oh, the bigger Underlord in the face. There's a pit of malice though.
Oh, pulverize.
Pulverize again. We saw what happened last time. This time the Satanic
Black hole?
Black hole comes out as well. Onto both. The damage.
That's a stolen black hole.
The song is used. The stolen black hole is mentioned. The lockdown.
No, he blinked into the black hole. Oh, the turn black hole.
And the next black hole going to be coming in as well. And it's just too much damage for Ember Spirit to handle. But the buybacks coming back in with the Aegis Resurrection. But it's just a cluster going on. And it seems to be favoring Blacklist Rivalry for the time being. They're going to kill Morphling. They are. He buys back, but that could be the beginning of the end. They're going to clean up the racks. That means mega creeps. And the raid bosses are here on the side of Blacklist Rivalry with
My
the
God.
mega creeps. What do you do?
Okay, are they in the hold? Rapier's gonna be dropped soon, maybe? No? Yes?
Yep. No, he gets on out, so the Divine Rapier is still in his hands. Baits them out. Morphling's dead, and you know that probably means it's actually over. Although DB wants more. He wants blood. Nice. He's going for Rubik.
He's trying. All right, GG is called.
Yeah, GG's just called, though. Just kind of having fun, some a little bit extra time there, but whew, what a game.